Boosh! What's going on, guys? We have some interesting weather right now. We've got a rainbow, first of all. And man, I can't remember the last time I saw a rainbow. I feel like they don't exist after you're a kid, you know? You just forget about them. But this one was pretty right in your face. So that was fun. It's just, we had a very rainy, gross morning. Now it's like scattered on and off showers, but it doesn't matter. We're still here doing what we love, man. Heading to the gym now. We got 3 meals in us. We're feeling good. We're feeling better. Not 100% yet by any means, but excuse me. This is probably going to turn into more of a deload week, I think, to make sure our body is healthy going into a real good 2024. Now, that's kind of the mentality I have right now because we have 3 workouts left of the year, and man, it sucks to say that you can't finish out the year as strong as you wanted to, but you know, you got to finish it out smart. And unfortunately, these are the cards that I was dealt with for this hand. So I can pout about it and overtrain my body and not feel good, or I can do what unfortunately needs to be done, which is just take a step back for a little bit, still work out, move some blood around, you know, and just treat it as a blessing in disguise, where I'm going to be ready for a brand new me to annihilate the workouts in 2024. You know, I wouldn't call it a New Year's resolution because we've been smashing our workouts forever, but it just kind of seems to be how the time frame worked out for this one. But something I want to talk to you guys about is cholesterol. And, you know, a big thing that, I'm going to say this. The government wants you to be small, weak, and stupid because that's way easier to control somebody, right? Now, high cholesterol is the best thing in the world for your brain health, your brain function. There's a reason they have everybody on cholesterol medication. Cholesterol is so important for the body, man. Your body produces it by itself. People don't realize that. And there's no such thing as good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. Cholesterol is kind of like a dump truck, where the quote-unquote good cholesterol is kind of like an empty dump truck going to pick up more actual cholesterol from the liver, which is then turns into bad cholesterol because it has cholesterol in it, to then bring it to the organs, but more importantly, your brain. Your brain and your thyroid. So the bad cholesterol is really the one that's transporting that fuel to where your body needs it, man. And as far as protein, man, the government says you need to eat 50 grams of protein a day. That's going to make you weak. You need to be eating 50 grams of protein a meal 5 or 6 times a day. And man, when you're filling up on protein, you don't have to be an athlete, just be a regular person. But when you're filling up your stomach with protein and not a bunch of crap, you'll be amazed at how much better you feel, how much better you look, how much less medication that you need, you know? So just remember that. Remember that the weaker and the stupider you are, the easier you are to control. And then ask yourself, would the person controlling you have your best interests in mind to give you the freedom to break free and break away from them? You know, I'm not going to say either way, but I certainly know where I stand on that. Drinking beef. I think you know where I stand on believing if cholesterol is good for you or not, or bad for you, whatever. But I'll tell you what, it is, I'd say, one of the most crucial things that you can be ingesting in your body on a daily basis. Cholesterol and protein. Those two. And salt, obviously. But without that, you'd be dead. So, it's a, like I said, a really weird weathered Thursday. Right? Thursday morning. Like I said, I never know what day it is. All I know is today's shoulder day. Shoulders and traps. So, gonna treat it like a bit of a deload. Gonna go in there, do whatever we can. Probably just do what we did last time, yesterday, which is do our full workout and go up to our proprioception set weight and treat it like a full set instead of a proprioception set. So that'll be taxing ourselves at about 60% of what we normally would, go to town on and really just hit it. Be enough to stimulate the muscle fibers for sure, get some blood in there, feel better, but not enough to really just destroy our central nervous system to where we just don't feel good later. And when you destroy the CNS, your immune system goes along with it. So that's the plan right now. That's also one of the reasons why people get so sick during their preps, whenever they're prepping for a bodybuilding show, is when you're overtrained like that, your immune system is kind of in the toilet. So you're giving your body a pretty good reason to get sick. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. So, I can't really speak a lot today. Fever's gone, completely gone. But didn't sleep too well last night. My ears are completely clogged. So I feel like I'm underwater with you guys right now. Going for a swim, I guess. And got a little post-nasal something or other back here. Like I said, my throat's fine. I can eat all I want, and I've got to eat a lot today because I'm terrified to step on the scale. I don't know what it's going to look like. And fingers crossed it's still broken at the gym. Right? I'd love to know, but I also don't want to know. It's one of those things where it's like those videos that are so bad you just can't look away. So man, that's about all I got for you right now, man. So I'm gonna see you inside, and let's get after it. So these are something I call reverse pitches, where they're my way to bulletproof my shoulder from injury. It's all for the rotator cuff, but I'm training it in an explosive power way, because if you're ever gonna hurt yourself, it usually comes from some explosive strength type of move that your muscle was capable of doing, but your rotator cuff wasn't. So if I train it in an explosive way, it significantly lowers my risk of injury. That's why I say I'm bulletproofing it. It's called a reverse pitch. I made it up myself. So it's explosive, and I get a stomp on there just to show control of the weight. Alrighty, so we messed up today. My plan was to come in and just make this a deload week, But it's funny how the body works. So I got under my proprioception set of the 95-pound upright rows, right? Real explosive and heavy. And I figured that's what would be the cap out. I threw them up. I'm like, this is pretty smooth. So then I went up to my regular working weight of the 135s, threw them up. I'm like, this is smoother than it's been in a long time. So instead of deloading, I ended up just killing my workout, which was a nice surprise. I know I'm gonna have to rest later and let my body recoup and everything, but man, that was a Christmas miracle right there. So we threw the 135 upright rows up. We hit the 405 shrugs. We had the 65-pound laterals. We had the 250-pound pull downs for the rear delts. And the coolest thing I'd have to say was, I'll tell you in a second. Let's see what we look like first. and then I'll tell you about the cool thing. Okay. So the scale's still broken. I said the scale's still broken, and that might be for the best. I'm kind of hoping by the time the scale's fixed, I'm back up to my normal weight, and we can pretend it never happened. Yeah, you can tell we're a lot fuller than we were yesterday. So, the coolest thing for me, I think, was, man, when I came in here today, I felt flat, deflated, just, not hunched over, but you know what I mean, just weak. The second, and I mean the second, I finished my working set of my upright rows, my first, intense balls out work set, immediately I just felt the life come back to my muscle. That CNS response, just like that. Being able to feel what my body actually, what I was talking about yesterday. Where the weirdest thing when you're sick is not being able to feel your body correctly. Just immediately, I got that feel back in the muscle. So, man, that was cool. Because I was sitting there after my set just filling back out. I know my muscles are still flat. I don't have nearly as much food in them as I normally do, but man, it's a good feeling to have them coming back to life a little bit. I can tell, because I know I didn't lose any muscle, you know what I mean? It's just, they're just deflated. They're very deflated. But everything I lost was, water and fat. My body was just eating fat the past few days. So it's not like we lost any real progress. I don't look from the sides. Yeah, we're still good. It's not like we lost any real progress. We just lost a couple days of calories. And, could be worse. I'm grateful to be able to train. I'm grateful I wasn't sicker than I was. And, man, on that note, I'm going to go home. I actually have a couple people I know that I haven't been around are feeling really bad today. I'm feeling healthy enough to, I'm going to go grab them a bunch of stuff, water and soups and all that jazz, drop it off, then go home, eat a bunch of food, and rest up for the day. So on that note, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.